session. And I believe there are 5 other tables I'm on the waiting list for. We're not going to wait there. Haven't played a hand yet. Yeah, looks like 5 more tables. That's a good start. Was it the 22nd? Okay. Well, we're gonna have to put in a lot because I still need 397 points to hit this month's goal. So 400 points in about 9 days. That's not the worst flop. We're gonna check one and pull the 10. Don't really see much reason to raise here. We just scare off hands that we beat. There's a lot of king queens. There's not a lot of flushes. There are some 10 jacks. I'm not folding, even if this player decides to overbet jam. Just gonna call. Yep, he's got the ass into the straight. Would he have called a river jam? Hard to say. I don't think he'd ever call a turn raise. I think that's just mortal suicide. But, you know, it's possible, I suppose. All my tables just popped up at once. But nice to win the first hand. It's a pretty good turn card. I'm just going to keep checking. This is this same player. Got it, bro. Anytime you want to bluff, I'm here for you. Just one of those players who, you know, can't give up. Oh, I guess I should probably change the title, right? Copy. Paste. Done. P-O. Oh. And choose poker. Looks good. We can just call here. And, ooh, there is one more table. Nice. We got all 6. Fold this one. Obviously call there. That is not my flop. Not for me. You got it. Just move this around. There. I think I want to move this over just a little. Yeah, right to there. That's a pretty good nuts versus second nut. Definitely don't mind winning the first hand. That was nice. Nope. God damn it. This balance window is really pissing me off. It just keeps resizing for no reason. Okay. Definitely like the 9-10 from the cutoff. In a real site, it's actually a 3-bet. Play behind, I can't really do much. I guess I should bring the mic closer. It doesn't sound too good. There we go. I think that's a little more. Yeah, that's better. Super small raise. Pretty good flop. I think we just check. There's a lot of 7s out there. There's also a lot of flush draws, but there are a lot of 6s. But usually it's a check, right? Yeah. 10 jack, just a flush draw. Interesting. Wasn't really well-defined hand, so it basically just becomes a bluff catcher. That's a pretty good hand. That's a pretty good hand. And that's a pretty good hand. This one just turned to trash. It's an okay flop. Just bet half pot. I'm going to do the same here. Both go down. That's fine by me. See a raise under the gun from a player who just sat down. Always a little risky because usually people don't get out of line right away. But he might have been born out of line, so we don't know. And ace-king suited. Wow, he just folds. That's crazy. I think we just go for the half pot value on the end. Unless our friend hit a river set of deuces, I don't think we see a raise. I think I called it. Definitely don't think I'm getting bluffed by something that I can beat. So it's definitely a weird run out for him to take that line on. I could have checked it for sure, but I feel like I just got super unlucky there with that deuce. I really do. I mean, it just played out completely like somebody who wanted to just see the whole board and then wasn't going to bet unless he could beat top pair. So it seems like a long shot, but I feel that really, I've seen it too many times. It really feels like I got a set hit on me. See a small bet. This player, I had 3-bet him once before. We're going to go a little bit bigger. And of course he's going to call this time. I'm going to go ahead and bet. He snap calls. I think we check back. Alright. I don't think it was a queen, but I do think I was beat. He might just be aggravated that I 3-bet him twice, but he still had a hand that beat me. It's one of those ones where I was thinking about just jamming because of the history. Like just going for his effective stack pre-flop. Could have also checked the flop, but I think I get bet at 100% of the time, and I don't really get much information out of it. I think when I bet the flop and he calls, I kind of have to give it up. Ooh, nice cooler. I'll check that one. Okay. Honestly, don't know why he's betting that turn, but I don't think he really cared about the turn, so I think he hit his hand pretty hard on the flop there. So this guy's got 70 cents left. Let's overbet and just be stupid. Sweet. I mean, I've just been torturing this guy. That's 2 of your half buy-ins. Are you going to give me another one? It's not worth it. I think I'm just going to call this one out of position where already heads up. Not bad. Small bet we can call. Ace is a really good card. I'm going to bet half pot. And he's got nothing, right? Yeah. Check.
Experience last night allowed me to forget my day.
Nice.
I was sitting here like, why is Rico asking me that? Like, oh.
What?
I was sitting here like, why is Rico asking me? Like, are you doing? Are you okay? You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. Yeah, I had a shit day yesterday. Sergeant, you shouldn't sit behind Daddy like that. You're gonna get hit.
He jumps pretty quick. The real problem is Chuchi doesn't move that fast. Anytime I kind of adjust, I feel him like jump up and move.
You're not feeling good, I know. You have to let us put the drops in your ears. Chuchi's out. Got tucked under him and now he's happy.
Big morning.
Guess I should call my parents and check on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna wake up and go pick up weed. I have no one.
So. Whoa. Ace 10's been problematic for me. It's kind of the hand that I want to be in a position to 3-bet or fold. Gut shot. Backdoor spade draw. Not bad. Oh, that deuce. Do think we call the overbet because it's silly. Check. Ace is the worst card. 9's pretty good over here. I think we take our time and bet half pot. Yeah, this guy he can just have it. He's got an ace. It's fine. So I get min raised. Am I supposed to believe he has Jack 9? I'm going to wait till the river and then decide. He's out of the blind, so he could have anything, but I don't think a small bet. He bets full pot. I mean, there's a lot of combos of bad hands for me, so I'm just going to call. Yeah. I don't know about the ace 9. Like, I think I have to commit on the turn, but the problem is because he's in the blind, he can have Jack 9, he can have 9-7. He can have pretty much anything, so that's one of those spots that I've adjusted where I'm losing less by not raising. Like, I missed out on 450 there, right? But I've been losing him more because I'm not getting called as much by a hand that I beat there. So if it wasn't a set of deuces exactly, like, you know, obviously if it's something better, like I'm more likely to go broke there with a 9 than I am with the set of deuces, as silly as that sounds. Probably should have called that with the double gutty, but yeah. Plus, he has to raise me right on the turn, and a lot of players aren't going to do that when I'm representing a jack that I most likely do not have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, yeah, that's the re-raise with ace 10 that I want. Like, most players aren't, you know, they're waiting till the river to do something. And then when he bets full pot on the river, it's like, okay, well, we'll just call it then. I think we just bet small here. Check this one. Paired turn kind of sucks. Player calls. We're going to pot control, check back, make the 10. Player bet's pretty big. There are suited ace combos. I'm just going to call here. Yeah, that's fine. Again, it's another one where I don't think I'm getting called by worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've had to realize that. It's been very frustrating, but I was going for the throat a lot and not doing well. I was kind of staying in one place right around $300. And I realized my mistake was too much. Trying to knock people out and put on too much pressure when this is a cash game. It's not a tournament. Like, all the moves that I was playing in tournaments would have probably worked, at least 90% of them, but I was getting a success rate of about, I think, like 30% on moves that I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, having perfect information and actually seeing the person's hand after and going, how the fuck are they calling? And the epiphany kind of came in where I was like, oh, they're bad. And bad players want to see it. The only thing keeping them from calling in these same scenarios in tournaments is the fact that they lose their tournament life. They can always reach in their pocket and grab more money to throw away. So it comes down to the old adage in poker. You know, I think they even said it in rounders. You can shear a sheep many times, but only skin them once. In tournaments, and I never agreed with that, but looking at it from a tournament perspective, you're supposed to just skin people. You're supposed to eliminate everybody in the tournament. You're supposed to put this huge pressure on and just beat them all the time. And they still come back for more because it's a singular event like that. In cash games, you kind of need to be shearing sheep because they're just ATMs that you're taking out money from on a daily basis. And one, you don't want them to not play against you. You know what I'm saying? And two, you kind of need them to build respect for you rather than just see the size of your bet in their own hand, which is what a lot of tournament players do. You know, they see the size of your bet and they equate the value of their hand at that moment and then give it up or go with it. But in cash games, people don't seem to do that because a person thinks if they have $10 on the table and $100 in their account, they can call you and get away with it because they're not out, you know. So it's kind of realizing that a lot of these players just want to keep playing, you know, so. And that works to my advantage because now it's like I can play those same moves when I actually have the nuts. And like strong nuts. Not, you know, reasonable nuts like the set of deuces. The set of deuces was the reasonable nuts in a raised pot, but there's just so much stuff that can go wrong there. And he bet up the pot for me. I mean, I could have jammed the river, but I mean, it's hard for me to say, but he shouldn't. I'm getting into situations where the idea has to be the player shouldn't call me with something I can beat. Now, I know that they will. I always say that what can call you a bad player, but if I'm in a situation where where a worse hand shouldn't call me, I think I'm giving up on raising it because it's just been too devastating to keep getting these weird, funky ass hands that beat me, and I want to progress. I don't, and since I kind of made that decision, I've increased 50% of what I had on the site. I went from just under 300 to well, where is it now? Like 450 or something. And it only took like 3 or 4 days. So maybe if I'd adopted this earlier, I would have been well inside my original goal of 30 episodes to get to 1,000, which is what it should have been. 30 or less, but we'll see. Just gonna go ahead and bet here. As much as that shouldn't work, the small bets have been working well for me. Like, it's crazy. Like, if I had a full house or a deuce there, I really believe that I'm more likely to get called by betting the full pot than I am by betting small. When I could just be betting an overpair that way, because all these players read as is, oh, he doesn't have a deuce. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit that beats, your fucking king jack. Checky. All right. This is kind of like just giving action. Folding. Check. Check. I am going to 3-bet this one. Just trying to play big. I mean, and if he wants to jam, that's fine. He calls. Gonna go just over half pot. A blind over half pot. Overpairs will jam off in here. I mean, he's just calling me. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep betting enough to keep him in, walking the dog. But sometimes you have to bet twice. Fold here, fold there, fold there. Player snap calls. That should be me. I'm going to check it, though. Bets half pot. We can definitely call. Ace in the river. We're going to bet. Sometimes he has an ace, but a lot of times he doesn't. Sometimes he has, like, queens here or tens. You could have, like, king jack. Jack 9. That's what you're up against. That is what you are up against. Paid me right off, too. How you like that? That's an interesting one. I'm going to make notes on that later, so I'll save the board over here. Check. I feel like today's going to be one of those days where I just kind of, like, I didn't get much sleep last night. I got like 5 hours, which is enough, but it's not enough for me to go through my whole day at 100%. So I think what I'm going to end up doing today is playing 3 or 4 sessions on stream, like play for 2 hours, and then after, 2 or 3 hours, and then after that, you know, go to the gym, come home, shower up, take a nap, and then get up and get back on the game, and then do that for another 2 or 3 hours, and then you know hang out, chill, get some food, and just kind of put in these multiple, because that's what I always used to do playing cash, was I would put in these multiple sessions a day rather than sitting down for 6 to 8 hours like you do in tournaments. And that's the whole advantage of cash games, is you can come and go as you please. No. It's a limped pot. I think we just bet it like we're protecting against the flush draw. Yeah. He didn't like it, but I made the bet so big, it kind of screams you need a good queen. So, which is fine. And it's just based on board texture, not my hand. Like, if that board was paired, I would have just bet small. And because then it just looks, so crazy that, it just looks like you're afraid of nothing. But when you have a queen in that spot and you're not a very sophisticated player, you're going to bet large because you're afraid of that flush. Now, I have the ace of clubs in my hand. If I had had the queen, with the ace of clubs in my hand, I would have bet super small because there's just not a lot of, there's one less combo string, the suited ace of clubs that just isn't there. Like, he has to have the suited king. Oh, I misclicked. I meant to raise more. Oh well, I got position. I'm going to check. I have almost no interest in this pot. Your deuce wins. So I raised. This player 3-bets. He's got a short stack. Let's rip it. You don't get to advance your stack with 40 blinds. I'm sorry. For 43 blinds, you don't get to play moves. So let's race. You put in the 3-bet, man. Guy puts in the 3-bet for half his stack and then almost doesn't call it off. Like, how do you fold? Getting 4-1 on your money, and you're more than likely a 50%er. It's annoying for me. I would have liked to have won that one. I hate the short stack guys. It's like it's just so not poker. It's just like, Oh, god damn it. The fucking plus button's held down. That's what's going on with my keyboard. Had it up against my computer, and I was like, why is the fucking plus sign going off? Yeah, interesting. All right. Alright, so a little potential there. Take a free card for sure. Nice. Take that 10 on the turn. Get our value now. Take it down. Gut shot. Pair. Okay. Still should be good a lot. Especially when he's just betting a dime. The ace sucks. Ace 8. Oh, fucking loser. Go for a little value here. Oh, that's so fucking retarded. It's just so fucking retarded. I think because of the player's position and the potential for the players behind to call, I think I like calling here. That sucks. Oh, that's one of the ones where if I had hit it on the river, I'll bet I got paid. Another short stack raising. And I have the ace king. That's fine by me. Me and you, shorty. Just calls. There's really nothing else we can do here. Just race it, you fucking retard. Ugh. Like, I know what's going on, but it's just it's too... I can't check. Like, and he's paying off everything there. Ugh, that's so annoying, these fucking short stacks. I make quads. Bet it, you loser. You don't bet? You didn't have anything, did you? Pocket fives. Well, I guess I got the max. Daily quads. All right. That ace 5 looking hot today. I mean, there's no raise in this pot, so I think we just go for value all the way. Because we're going to be up against draws if we get called. Look at this flop. This player calls. Yeah. I don't think he had much. I think he might have had, like, gut shot or something. The funny part about that guy who called me pre-flop, this guy with the jacks, him just calling pre-flop also allows me to bluff him when a queen hits. So he basically expands the value of my hand. Because if any card higher than a jack hits, I'm guessing he never calls. Like, you just see that way too often. That's tempting, but I'm going to let it go. Nine's not bad. This player raised extremely small. So I definitely think we want to take at least one card off. This can be a problem, but he's gone. Ooh, that's 7. The diamond on the river sucks. So does the queen. Yep, of course he hit it. Just didn't even, not a thought in his head when I raised the turn. Not a fucking thought in his empty head. Look at this 9 on the river. Ace looks like a chop. Really? You had queen 9? Holy Christ. We chop. Oh my god. It's so gross. It's the same player over here who had the jack-jack. What a fucking pussy. Like, didn't even think about it on the turn. Didn't even think about it. Just 3x'd his bet. Didn't even think. It's a perfect 3-outer. Ugh. Well, I guess the perfect one would have been the 2-outer. That wasn't the diamond, because then I probably would have bet. It was just like, and his flop bet was so small, and his pre-flop raise was so small. It's just so annoying. Makes no effort to protect his hand, and of course wins the pot, right? Oh, whatever. He's gonna be my friend. That's my buddy over there. He's gonna be my buddy. And I'm gonna get every penny. Good to see you guys. A couple hellos for you. This player raised pre-flop. I just called it. He did make a pot size raise, so it's not as though ace-king is out of his purview. I like that card a lot. It's very tough when he's betting so unafraid. I don't think we can call a river bet. Not into 2 players. I mean, that's just fine. King, jack. Of course he has the ace-king. Like that spade on the turn. Knew I did. Can't get the ace of spades in the river? That would have been pretty awesome. I love the other guy with the king-jack. Like, he just had the draw and then paid off on the river. It's like, what do you think's going on? That crawl. All right, it's a quarter. Let's hit a 30%er. Max Payne. Oh, flush, we chop. Reload, moron. Oh my god. There's a guy sitting at the table with it. This is like somebody at a 1-2 table sitting there with $7. think we can go for a little bit of value here. Ugh. Like, it's so obvious I'm getting paid. It's so obvious I'm getting paid here. Ace, king, like, even if I had check raised, I would have gotten paid there. Oh, it's so brutal. What did you have that you paid me off with? Ace 6. Interesting. These min 3-bets are ridiculous. Like, in tournaments, this is really strong, but it's the weakest thing I've ever seen in a cash game. It's always usually just a pair. Alright. Free pull. Okay. Nah. I'll check. I'll probably have to bet the river if he calls, but he could be trapping me. Like, so I'm just betting small to make it look super strong. Wow, you're a fucking genius, bro. It's so annoying. I'll check that one. Okay. Check. It could be okay unless the player behind has some weird pair. Oh wow, this guy actually had the 10-9. Interesting. This is a little risky, but I feel like most of my outs are live. I think my diamonds are live often here. Yeah. Diamonds, aces, and kings. Can't hit one. And I should just have aces here a ton the way I played the hand. I love it. Like, it's just such a study in the players you're up against. Oh, that is frustrating. I've lost 4 of those today. God. 4 of them where I had... Yeah, that was another one. 15 plus outs. 60%er. Bet's half pot on that monotone board. Like, it's kind of nothing to bet half pot. Limp pot, but... Alright, that player bet pretty big. Usually doesn't have much, but he may want to go with a flush draw, so... Let's just do it. How's it going? Pretty good, Doubt. It's pretty good, man. Down a little bit, but took a couple beats today, so I'm down a little bit. Actually, it wasn't even beats. It was just like equity smash, where I was 65 plus to win the hand. Got it in on the flop, pair, flush draw, open ender, flush draw, things like that, and just couldn't hit it. Had one where it was a great read with the ace high flush draw versus a lower flush draw, and the guy made a pair, and neither one of us made the flush. So it was like, what are you gonna do? That's pretty good. If this player checks and this one bets, I'm going to check raise again. This player did raise out of the big blind, which means he can have a lot of overpairs. So it can get dicey. I think we go ahead and just bet here. I mean, unless this player has exactly the diamonds, I think we can see some folds. I think we check that for sure. Because he's going to have the ace of diamonds in his hand just a ton. Or the king. Yeah, you got it, bro. It could have even been the overpair with the ace of diamonds. So it's going all right, playing well. Had a little upswing and then took that downswing. Quarter of your stack. I love this bet because if somebody calls it with a pair, they've already made a mistake. This guy might just go with it because he's like, fuck it. I got the short stack. I got a pair. Why not? But I'd rather that. And I do think somewhere between 2 and 250 is the correct bet there. Maybe a little higher. Maybe 275. I think if I make it 2, though, and one guy calls, they all call. So I kind of want to discourage the original opener from calling. So maybe 250 was too high. Maybe somewhere around 220 or so. Yeah, that's a little better than 7x. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, because the bet should be 90 plus 120 plus 150, 170. So yeah, pot size bet was 170. So it's not too crazy. So yeah, no, I like the bet. I like 250. I think it's fine. Yeah, because my call makes it 120, 135 in the pot plus the pot bet. So 165 is a pot bet. So yeah, no, I like the bet a lot. Because being out of position, you have to go bigger. So usually I would go a couple of units more. And since a unit is 30 cents there, so 165. So we're talking 3 extra units. Yeah, that's fine. Unit bet being the raise, so 30. So 3 extra units. Maybe it's excessive. Maybe 220 is enough. I mean, somebody's betting in the full pot into me when I have the nuts, so. And now the ace comes off for them, and that's a really good card. I want to just call and, but I don't think he's going to bet the river, honestly. Yeah, he doesn't have shit. The shitty part is he should have the ace, but the ace also kills my action. So, kind of annoying. Ah. That 4 would have been so glorious right there. Like, that's pretty much the perfect flop. Ace 8-4 would have been absolutely wonderful. Check. I mean, I'm just going to check this. I was thinking about doing something goofy, but I'm just going to check it. Check. 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 He's a player who never knows when to bet. So he like bet the turn when he was obviously bluffing when an ace hit the board and he hadn't raised. It's just so bad. Cold in here. Three might be good. I think I want to do this to get the big blind out. Oh, outkicked. I think we can bet reasonably here. Yep. Third pot bet takes it right down. Old man coffee. Just sitting in that chair playing poker the way you've been since World War II, huh? I remember being at a live game, and I 3-bet this guy, and this is back in like 06, and I 3-bet with pocket. It was either tens or jacks. I think it was jacks. I 3-bet with pocket jacks after he raised in the low jack and I was on the button. And today that sounds very standard, but at the time it wasn't. It was an advanced play because the general meta was you wanted to see a safe flop, And it was this old man, and I did it because I had recently read some stuff talking about, the new method of playing poker, being aggressive on the button and stuff. So I just upgraded all my button ranges. So I was like, you know what, I'm 3-betting here. So I 3-bet it. This is before people even called it a 3-bet. They called it a re-raise. And it goes back to the old man, and he goes, geez. And he was like, all right. And he calls, and I hit a set, and it was jacks, and
he looks over and he says something like, "If you're gonna bet this one, you better bet big." And I realized that at that moment he had the overpair, and I couldn't determine if it was aces, I would get it all, but if it was kings or queens, you'd be amazed how quickly people would fold. So there was like, I think there was like 50-ish in the pot, and I bet, like, I said, is this big enough? And I put like 15 out there or something. It's the third pot bet, and he goes, nope, I'm all in. And it was $300. And I said, okay, I call. And I just started laughing in his face. And it was hilarious. You use 3x in position and 4x out of position on your bet sizes. Yeah, that's a good matrix. The only reason why it goes up higher out of position there is because of the other callers. So there wasn't just one raise and then it went back to me in the small blind. It was a raise and a call, so I have to pump it up a little bit more. But yeah, 3x in position is fine, 4x out of position is fine. 4x out of position can be low depending on what level you're playing. I think out of position you want to go 4.5, maybe 5 a lot of times, but that's just versus, multiple opponents. Like, if it's raised and called and then you're 3-betting. But if it's just raised and it's just back to you in the blind, yeah, 4x is fine. But he says, he said something to the effect of, it was pretty stupid raising the jacks pre-flop. Hey, what's up, DeBouse? How you doing, my man? And I said, yeah, it is. And then I was literally stacking his chips. And he goes, what do you think, I'm wrong? And I gave him the old, oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, I was trying to stack this. And he got really pissed, and he's like, let me tell you something, son. And this is when you could call me son. I was like 23 or 4. Or no, I was like 27, which, still whatever. Nice to see your balance start to shoot up almost halfway through the challenge. Yeah, I've made some big adjustments. I talked about them earlier. I'll tell them again. But he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I've been playing this game since before you were born. And I said, yeah, you've been playing it the exact same way. Books have come out, right? Like, you can actually read shit, right? And I think I might win this. Yeah. Interesting. Wow, he raised out of first, didn't he? No, he called it. He just defended. Oh, I guess this player raised and I re-raised, and then he just cold called with the 8. Oh, my God, what a shitty player. Nice to see your balance start shooting up half. Yeah. But yeah, I made some general adjustments. Basically, it's the difference between cutting somebody's throat, which is what you're threatening to do in a tournament all the time, and jabbing at them in the face. Just peppering them. And I think that's done more for me. It's like I'm getting paid off more, and I'm not running into bad beats as much because I'm not allowing the pots to get as big as quickly. So it's a slight adjustment. It's kind of almost like the way you play satellites, but not quite, because there is no cutthroat thing. It's a tournaments versus cash game adjustment, and I kind of just reviewed the way I've been playing about a week and a half ago or so, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? So I started I'm gonna check this one. I started just watching tables without playing one night as I was sitting here, and I was just kind of like having a snack and watching Twitch, and I started watching the tables, and I started realizing these fools were getting the pots big on the river only if they had the hand, which is the dumbest fucking thing. You get no value out of your hands. But I was like, oh, wait a minute. If that's the way that they want to play, then I have to stop loading up these pots and trying to protect my hand, because the protection is not coming. They're still calling. And that's why I'm running into all these bad beats, because these players aren't calling, so I'm taking my hand against the deck. So I made this good adjustment, and it worked very well. Yeah, the stream sticker thing, if you're looking for it, it's right over here. Or I'll do an example for you. This is one of my favorite ones. There you go. And it just kind of pops it somewhere on the stream. Oh, I didn't even see the 3-bet, honestly. It was such a small 3-bet, I didn't even notice it. Look at this. He might be baiting. He might actually have jacks here, believe it or not. No. I guess I should have raised that turn. It's not bad. Gut shot, flush draw. Nine's not my favorite card, but I probably still win. Yeah, he should have a lot of jacks. Ace 10. Wow, he checked top two. We could have gotten it all in.
Did this fucking guy bet the river? Oh, he bet $1. Okay. I didn't think he bet at all. That's an interesting turn card. I am going to bet it, just to put something in the pot. But I don't think I can bet the river and get called and win. Unless that card comes off. Somebody's got to have a 9. Nobody even had a 9. It's hilarious. Should have raised that turn with the queen jack full house. Yeah, it's kind of stuck in my head. The player 3-bets and then he bets minimum on the turn. I think there was some value in raising there. I really do. I think he may have had some kind of draw. He could have had a flush or a gut shot with overs. And since nobody should have a jack, it's kind of whatever. Just gonna check this one. I'm not gonna. No, that's silly. I have 3 pair. 3 pair and a 4 flush and straight board. Or a 3 flush and 4 straight board. I don't even have a bluff catcher. 8-9 or 5-9 beats me. I can't even bluff catch. 6 beats me. How do you just call with a flush? Oh my god. Oh my god. Like really? Oh my god. Now that's one where I would go for the value. Now, I don't think this player is calling. Or at least he shouldn't, but if he's dumb enough to bet the 6, he might be dumb enough to call. Because you shouldn't be betting that 6. You should check call. Like, why are you even baiting showdown? It's a big bet. 3-bet. Oh, it's a 3-bet. That's fine. I don't mind this because I don't see this player 4-betting hardly anything. It's pretty good. I don't have to be best, especially in a 3-bet pot. I gotta pee. Yeah, I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna go ahead and bet half pot here. Check. Fold this one, check that one. I'll check this back. Unless this guy hit a 10, or he might have filled a gut shot. I don't like that. Did I just win that ace jackpot for no reason? The problem here is that the queen jack is the problem, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm going to go pee in a sec here because it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm going to be right back. I'll be back in like a minute. I think we can get slim, thin value from an ace here. No? All right. I'll be right back, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'm not even going to put anything on. I'm just going to run to the bathroom. Oh, my God. Can I fold? I'm just going to fold. All right. Hey, Jay Smith. Holy shit. What's up, Jay? If you guys don't know Jay Smith Poker, man, check him out. He's the man. That is awesome. I was trying to do that shout out command just last night because I knew somebody would come by.
How you doing, brother? I was watching Jay Smith. Woof. Back when I used to stream like 5 years ago. Before I took the break. Definitely a good player. Moved out to Vegas not too long ago. But you guys should check him out. I don't have the shout out command, but go follow Jay Smith Poker. Although I don't see you on much, man. I guess you probably stream at times when I'm not awake or on Twitch. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't feel like this is going to get called behind, so I really can't call. Hey, I said I'm back. Little Gutty. Come on, 9. Come on, 9. Oh, I thought it was a 9 for a tenth of a second. See a bunch of calls so I can commit myself to this thing. The old Ace King Sudi. So pot size bet is $1.32. You know what? Once under the gun folds, I think one of these guys will just say fuck it and call me, and I'm just tired of playing Ace King out of position and missing the flop. So there we go. There we go. That's what we want. Hits the 7. 10s and aces, please. Fucking hits the 7. Man, I play good, huh? Like, here's the thing. Like, you're sitting there going, why would he do that? What can he possibly expect to be up against? Doesn't matter. Good part is now I can look tilted. So now I gotta go big. Because I just showed down the Ace King, but I look like a maniac. Mike might get at this guy again. He thought about it. What about you? You're the other short stack. Come on. What, you don't have ace 4? Want to hit an ace on me? That's hilarious. It's the 7. Wah, wah. Check. Got ace king again on this table. Ooh, 2 pair. Limp pot. Well, I don't like the jack, but I'm definitely going to bet. I don't like the king either. I mean, there's not a lot of 2 pairs that beat me, like ace jack and all that, but there's a lot of 10s out there. There's some king queens that might want to just show down. I mean, I gotta call. King 5, yeah. So the player calls. Is this the one where I run into king queen? Wow. What are you calling on the flop with?
I'm just going to call this one. I could 3-bet it, but I felt like this player might 3-bet sometimes. I don't always 3-bet the good pairs from the small blind. I should, but I feel like in the cash games it's just not always profitable. And I feel like these players will tell you what's up. Like, I think we can bet now pretty safely. I don't know if anybody's checking a king. Take it, bro. And I am going to go for river value. Nice. Yeah, that table died. Foldy, foldy. Well, that's a post. We can raise that. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. This is why I didn't raise the 10s. Because then you're just playing in this bloated pot. Like, you have to make it just excessive, and I don't want to do that with pocket 10s in the small. It's not bad. Could have bet this small, but I think it's more convincing when we check the flop. So, so calls the big bet pre-flop, makes a pretty good size bet on the flop. Not folding top pair just yet. That's a good bluff card. If he backs off, I can bluff. I can bluff rivers. I might not have to, but sometimes like an overcard comes off. If he goes for value, it's kind of hard. Because he can definitely have like jacks or 10s. I imagine he's got a bluff with the ace of clubs, right? That's kind of rough. It's the bad bluff / value size. I don't think I can fold. Yeah, queens. That's fine. I almost thought about raising the river, but only because of this specific player. Like, he does some wacky shit, so. But that one just played like an overpair. A little bit of a downswing here. Just running into the bad shit. I check. Dun, 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 dun. So, do I have any new toys to play with? Oh yeah, I do. There you go.
I'm black.
Another little toy I got. I think that stuff's fun. I'm trying to figure out what works best and then get rid of what doesn't. But fuck it. I want that fucking avatar thing, the stream avatars that have your little emotes running around at the bottom of the screen. That seems cool. I think we can bet small here. Get called. Check the turn. Ace in the river's not awful. I'm going to check it for showdown. Yep, that's what I figured. Yeah. If the ace hadn't hit the river, I was going to bet again. Just because then it looks like I have an ace. But when the ace comes off, it's like, okay. I'm definitely not getting a fold out of the 10, and all pocket pairs just pretty much got counterfeited, so. King high is good. Love these three-way pots. Just gonna keep going for value here.
love those three-way pots. Cold call the 3-bet on the short stack. Cold calls from the big blind. Can I hit one of these? I'm going to check it. Two good cards for me. Bets $2 right at it, huh? Problem is this guy can reopen the betting. I'm gonna fold. Like if you have a 5 here, you're just gonna go ape shit if this guy jams. I don't need to draw for basically no payoff implications and reverse implied odds. It's annoying, but what can you do? Player cold called in the blind, so I can't imagine he's totally pure bluffing there. I don't think he's even bluffing a flush draw. I think he would just check it. All right. Ooh. Might be goading me. Could have a raggedy ace. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, if he raises now, it's like whatever. I'm not getting away from set over set, obviously. But I love the min bet. The min bet and then calls anyway once he gets raised. Like, do I have to check the turn? But how do I check the turn? If a club comes off, it either kills my action or beats me. Like, I think the best card on the turn is a king. King makes me a full house, and I think trips up king queen, which is where he's at a lot. You know, with no 3-bet pre-flop, he can definitely call a reasonable bet on the flop with a king, and betting that little bet kind of makes people bluff. So I could see him calling it. Look at this. Hey, the guy hit the straight twice on you. There's not a lot on this table, but if I can take this seat, I don't mind it. Yeah, this one filled back up. A lot of short stacks, but I'm right behind the big boy. So that's cool. These stupid small min raises, like min 3-betting is the dumbest fucking thing in a cash game, because you're just building the pot. Like, I don't know what hand you want to do that with 40 blinds. Like, I'm gonna call here quite often and just have you fucking equity smashed. I mean, if you have anything, you should just be getting it in right now, right? No, of course you don't. I only stream like 5 times a month. I have to deal with ignition.
Oh, nice. How do you play an ignition out here? Because I can't play on ignition. I used to really like ignition too. I think that was back when they called it Bodog. Ooh, what a card. Imagine we see a turn bet quite often. Ace on the river. Bet half pot and fold if he jams. Because that's like the worst card in the deck for me. He's going to have king 10. He's going to have ace queen, ace jack. Could have king queen. Wow. I think I almost got called by the flush draw, the ace high flush draw. I'm surprised he bet and called the turn. He didn't just jam. I was kind of half expecting a jam on the turn. That's kind of weird. Now this table's dying. It's so weird. Like tables go down and then they come back like 5 minutes later. It's like a third time. Oh, you have dual residency. Ah. That makes sense. Oh, I know it's a long shot, but I was praying on that queen. Those are one of the stronger hands that... That's amazing. I really thought he would have kept betting the turn. But paying the river, I guess, makes sense because it looks like I'm on a busted flush draw. I am, but I also had the straight. Yeah, look at this. This table died. I guarantee you it'll be back up in like 15 minutes. So I got the wrapper. The only thing that beats me is 9-10. I think we're gonna go pretty big here. I mean, if I ran into it, I ran into it, but there's just too many sets, two pairs. I mean, this is just an anything flop. This could be just whatever. So I really wish I had a spade in my hand, but I don't think even to a check jam here, I don't think I can fold. Yeah, there's just too much of that going on. Glad I raised the flop. Shit, I definitely would have lost. Somebody had a pair. There's a guy sitting there with 8-9 who made a disciplined fold who's kicking himself right now.
It's so silly though, and it's only because Nevada's blocking the Ignition players. Like Ignition has no problem with it, but Nevada is keeping me from playing on Ignition, which really sucks. Missed it. I haven't been hitting many draws today. It's funny, I'm just remembering they actually confiscated my account. It's the only time that ever happened to me. So I was on Ignition and I had made my account on Bodog, and it had gotten transferred when they became Ignition, and I guess the rules changed. And I had money on there and I was playing, and they had taken my deposit, but then when I built it up a bit and tried to make a withdrawal, they denied my withdrawal and seized and locked the account and seized the funds. And it wasn't much, and it was all money that I won, so it wasn't like I really lost anything. But it was like $500 or whatever. And I sent him an email and I was like, "What the fuck? You took my deposit?" And they were like, "Well, we can't prevent the banks from depositing, but we can't let you withdraw." I'm like, "Can you send me a fucking check?" And they were, or PayPal or some other way. And they were like, "Well, no, because we can't, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "So you can just take all my fucking money and lock out my account whenever you want." And you realize that people are going to hear about that. And they were like, "Here's the email to the guy who you can dispute this with." And I sent him the dispute, and he just sent me back a copy of the thing saying, no Nevada players will be paid out, blah, blah, blah. But they could take all the deposits in the world and then just seize them. So, kind of a shitty deal. It's a pretty bad bluff. The guy just rolls over quads on you. Okay. Yeah, that one I like 3-betting. And I don't mind betting this here, and I guess we bet this here. Got called behind. I think betting is fine. Yeah, just take it. Got min raised. Let's re-raise. Nope. I thought he was going to go with it. I know he goes with flush draws and straight draws, but I guess he had top pair there. Anybody else have any problems with Steam, by the way? I've been wanting to stream more with no delay and, not just be doing like study streams. So I wanted to find some games, and I figured, I'm Qui-Gon broke. There's a shitload of free games and games for under $1 on Steam that I keep hearing about that are a lot of fun. So why don't I check that out? So I downloaded the Steam app yesterday, and it practically fucking wrecked my computer. Like, I couldn't get back on my browser. I couldn't do shit. I actually tried to uninstall it, and or I tried to set to a restore point, and I couldn't set to a restore point. It failed because of the fucking Steam app. And eventually I was able to find the problem parts of it and remove them. But for some reason, I just couldn't do it. It also took me like 50 tries to do the CAPTCHA thing, because it would have the thing, click here to not be a robot, and I would click there, and there would be no, pick out all the pictures that are this, or pick out all the pictures of that. It would come up momentarily and then go right away, and I couldn't fucking click it. And I was like, what the fuck? So I went with the auditory one, which that's not any fucking easier. The line that I had to get right was, "I am a Samsung Galaxy." Not I have a Samsung Galaxy. I am a Samsung Galaxy. It took me 3 tries on that one, and I finally get the fucking thing working, and I couldn't get on. And then I went on to a game, Bro Fails, which is a really fun little simple game, that a lot of people like to play, and it's very cutesy, and it had some interesting characters, and you're just kind of, it's an obstacle course kind of thing, it's kind of like marbles, but you control the marble. And I fucking brought it up, and I couldn't reduce the size of the box. Like, I put it in window mode instead of full screen, and I couldn't reduce the size of it, so it was way too big for my fucking screen. So like for some reason, like not half, but like a quarter of the game was off the bottom of my screen. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't even, because I was trying to get it into this space where these tables are, and I just absolutely could not do it. And it was just like, what the fuck is going on with this? So I uninstalled that. I tried another game. It totally fucking crashed. So, am I missing something? Like, is there something, like, there used to be on my computer, there used to be the Xbox gaming thing, but I took it off because I didn't, have an Xbox. But I see a lot of people use that with Steam. Do I need that to, like, have Steam not fucking work like garbage on my fucking computer? My fucking insane laptop that's fucking better than most people's fucking $5,000 fucking custom PCs. Like, it didn't even tack out my fucking hard drive. Like, I didn't get it. Like, I totally didn't understand. RAID memory was working fine. Like, everything was working fine, but for some reason, the apps were just like the app just fucked it up. I actually went onto Steam to the website rather than the app to eventually get that CAPTCHA thing done, which it worked there. So, hey, what's up, guys? Appreciate y'all being here. Got some new emotes, if you haven't noticed. There they are, going across the screen. Those are fun. Those are just for while we're in stream over here. Okay. I mean, I don't love it, but it just doesn't have enough for me to do much. Like, I don't love folding there, but I mean, especially when he bets full pot, it just seems super weak. Go ahead, bro. Ooh, that 4. I like him betting more than checking. Well, I'm gonna bet the turn. I'm probably not getting any action. No. Meh. Dun, 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 dun.
My notes on this player is that he 3-bets too much, but I don't remember it from the blind. But I don't think I could fold here. God damn it! When your note on the guy is that he 3-bets too much, 4-bet him more, and I've been 4-betting him and getting the folds all day, and then he has queens on the one where I have a value hand. Ugh. So much equity. I fold. God, I didn't hit it. It's just so obviously a pair. Super exploitable. Jack looked great, and then it just went to shit. I'm just going to keep checking. I mean, the full pot bets are just fucking ridiculous. The call is the real thing. I'm not going to fucking 3 people behind. See, and then a smaller bet on the river. You got to call this. There you go. Good boy. King 4. That's not even a good 2 pair to do that with. Like, I could see if you had fucking King 10 or King... Well, I guess King Jack. But... a 2 pair and a fairly good flush draw. Check. Of course, the river killer. Just 5-6, right? Draws to the gut shot with 1. Oh my god. Oh. Can't let him hit a 6, huh? Would love that 6. Oh. Tell me that was at least 2 pair. Just a queen. Why? Why would you call? Like, it's kind of hilarious. Like, these people don't bluff at one-liners. And you can see why, is because, like,
river bets just get called so fucking often on this fucking site. Like, the normal exploit is, well, the river's the most underbluff spot in poker, so you should be bluffing the river more. Yeah, that's true, unless you're at a place where people are like, well, now I know I'm going to have top pair the whole hand, so I'll call. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened here? So this player just calls the ace queen. Take it. And then he called with the ace queen on the flop, three-way pot. And then this guy kept betting and he jammed this turn. What? I mean, I don't get it.
I'm also trying to figure out how I can order everything and just go pick it up right now instead of going into any stores.
What are you ordering?
I think I'm gonna do pick up grocery order. Because
That's
I
easily
told
done.
Terry I'd make him some shrimp pasta today.
Oh, that's not.
He saw the pasta I made last time. Can he have our artichokes to us today?
You know what? I'm actually thinking about the fish or the shrimp because of the boost in cholesterol. I don't.
I'm just gonna do baby shrimp anyway.
It's to say it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
We still have no idea what's wrong with him, right?
Yeah, his gastro appointment is Thursday.
He needs to keep it very simple. Like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not trying to let anybody whatever, but I'm fairly certain if he was to call a doctor and you know, he told him the history and had an upcoming appointment, I'm fairly certain they would say just keep your diet very simple until you go in because, you know, he just got out of the hospital.
Yeah. Well, I still want shrimp pasta for me, so. Still gotta get me some shrimp. And I think I may have figured out how to get a medical marijuana card for $50.
Why do you need one?
To save on the taxes?
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Come here, Sarge.
Don't like all these straighty things going on. Now this player check jams. This guy, I fold. Set of nines, set of eights. Way to play, guys. Push me right out of the pot. Way to go. It's hilarious.
The boxer was telling me about Cura Leaf
Cure a leaf.
in the dispensary.
Cure a leaf?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's on the strip. 2 eighths for $45. They have a bunch of $65 half ounces and stuff like that. With higher THC content. Normally those are like anywhere from 9 to 13.
Yeah.
But these are like where I like them, between 18 and 21, and I'm like, oh.
If they're a newer place, I imagine they're going to have excess stock they have to get rid of. So, snap it up.
Yeah, I know. I said it.
I actually like this on the button. I feel like we're going to get throughways here a lot. Oh, I'm wrong. It's a good small bet. It's a pretty good turn for me. I think we can bet here. Yep, get a lot of folds there. I'm going to go ahead and bet this one. Get the call from my buddy over here. Yep. Three bet 90 cents. Yeah, we can definitely call. Take it. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting an 8 to fold, honestly. That was my main problem, is that it's either a draw or an 8, and I don't think the 8's gonna fold. Even if I bet twice. I think I'd have to like bet much bigger on the turn and then pretty big on the river. So once I make a small bet, it's kind of over. Oh my God, take longer. Take all this time to figure it out and just check. Like, why not bet the turn? You're in position, why not bet the turn? That's just awful. Get snap called. King of the turn's not great. I think we check. Like, I just feel like I've just been up against it all day today. That is unfortunate. Nope.
Oh, they have a drive-through.
Strip?
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell are they located?
Drive-through now open at Las Vegas Boulevard.
They're what?
Las Vegas Boulevard. So let's see where exactly they are. Oh, they're next to that Denny's down by the Strat.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I remember seeing that open up on Las Vegas Boulevard by like Maine.
Yeah. Yeah. They might be cheaper because isn't that partial Indian over there, that land?
Mm-hmm.
That might be why they're cheaper. They might already be getting some exemptions.
But they don't have, I guess it was just a daily special for yesterday. So they do different daily specials because I don't see the
What is it today?
half ounce. But last night when I looked, I saw it. So good to know. I'll keep an eye out on them.
They don't have any specials today?
They do, but they don't have any that I want.
I feel like that's one that if you said, look, I'm a local.
They give a local discount.
No, but I imagine they could just give you the special. Say, fuck the discount. Can I get yesterday's special?
I probably could, but the whole point is I don't want to go inside. I wanted to just
I
order
mean,
it.
phones exist.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Okay. I literally was thinking about making a phone call. I was not thinking driving down there on that gamble.
Well, no, it'd be something that I would go and like look at the weeds because it's not saying the terpene profiles on here.
Oh.
So I wouldn't buy just online anyway. I would have to go in the store until I find something I like, you know. I swear I feel like my allergy pill is like not cutting it right now. It doesn't say that the pollen is high. I mean, it was windy, but
It could always be something else irritating you.
I wonder what.
Mm.
Oh, it actually says it's medium pollen count and the high ones
Uh,
may make this more uncomfortable. So. Banana ice water.
ugh.
That's a strain.
I was going to say, as a concept, it doesn't sound very good. Banana ice water. Ugh.
Can't imagine it'd be very good as a strain of weed.
I mean, it's just stoners giving shit names. I don't think you have to put much stock in the fucking name. Hey. I think I'm gonna wrap this little session. Oh, that's cool. We'll wrap it with the same hand we started with, Ace King. Just because tables are getting a little bit slow, and I think I need to eat and take a little break. But plus, might be making some slight mistakes by not betting a lot of turns. That's pretty much how the first one came down. I love the min bet. Just a cold call behind. Anything but a fucking heart, I guess, right? Just bet the turn for value.
Banana pudding.
Obviously not folding, but we want to make it seem like we might. Paid off. King Jack, right? Hey, Ace King again. Ace 9. Whoa. Oh, he had the heart draw and hit the 9 and hit the ace. That's reasonable. That's a rough spot for him. Started with Ace King, ending with Ace King. Not bad. All right, I'll take it. So, go down just under 2 buy-ins. Not a big deal. Just kind of no real hands hooked up. I'm going to eat, take a break, might go to the gym, and then be back in a few hours for the next session. Hoping to do at least 6 to 8 hours of total play today. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Stick around for the host. One of my favorites is on, and I will see you later.